Thank you for being part of Dynamic Diet this morning on the Nigerian Television Authority Channel 11 Akure, the Dynamic Station. I am Niyi Omotense. Welcome you to this exciting program today, and I'm not alone on this program. My usual and regular co-anchor is here.
Yes, it's good to be here today again, and of course we are here to do what we know how to do best.
Wow, giving you all the latest information, entertainment, and educative at least contents that you require every week. Yes. And this week is not going to be an exception, because this week is fully loaded.
Packed, yes. Of course, we have prominent and very important guests that will be joining us on our weekly mirror segment. I'll be looking at important issues that is trending in
we are in the Global Road Safety Week.
Yes.
And there are issues at least needs to talk about road safety, especially in Nigeria.
We'll also
and Ondo State particularly.
Yes, we'll also be looking at WAEC and NECO exam.
We are
trying to move with the trend.
Yes, going computer-based totally. So
how
we want
possible
to look at
with this be?
The challenges and the prospects
and matter arising.
Suggestions. So all this we're going to bring your way, and of course the entertainment and sports segments.
On the entertainment segments, Adeni Adejigbe will be giving us highlights on what went down during the AMVCA. So if you want to enjoy all these things, I urge you to just sit back, relax,
and of course on the sports segment, at least. Nigerians are making waves all over the world, because Victor Osimhen has helped Galatasaray to carry the Turkish league, to win the Turkish league, and of course so many others like our own Taiwo Awoniyi, who just had an injury, and it's at least good news that he's recuperating, and so many other information in the sporting world will be coming your way this morning. Right now, I think we are going to the first segment of the Weekly Mirror segment. After this break, don't go away.
Hello, friends. Today, we'll learn about the safety rules. It's very important to know the safety rules. Staying away from danger is called safety. It's the state of being safe. There are many ways in which we can be injured or harmed if we're not careful. We should always try our best to live safely and follow all of the safety rules. The safety rules should be followed at home, at school, on the road, and actually, they should be followed everywhere. Let's learn about them today. Safety at home. We should be careful at home. Do not play with things like scissors, blades, knives, switches and wires, medicines, matchsticks, or fire. These can be extremely harmful for us. For example, if you play with scissors, you might get cut. And playing with fire is dangerous. You may burn yourself, or your house may even catch fire. Do not touch electrical equipment like switches and wires, hot irons, the oven, computers, music players, toasters, and other electrical items with wet hands. It may give you an electric shock. Do not go near the stove or touch the hot pans and boiling water. You may burn yourself. Keep your toys, bags, shoes, and other items in place. You or anyone else could fall over them. Be careful. Never open the door for strangers. They may harm you. While most people are good, there are some people who are not and do not keep kids safe. Don't be tempted by people you don't know. Now, we'll learn some safety tips for school and outside. Always throw the waste in the dustbin, buddy. Littering by throwing waste here and there pollutes the land and makes it unsafe. It poses a big health threat to animals and humans. We should always walk in a queue, wait for your turn, and do not push anyone. Do not ever leave your school or go anywhere with a stranger. Do not eat anything given to you by a stranger. It may be harmful for you. Remember to inform your teacher or school security if you see someone suspicious. Be careful on stairs. Do not push anyone or run and jump on the stairs. You may hurt yourself or others. When you're on the
Our major currency unit is the Naira, while the minor unit is the Kobo. They are both in notes and coins. The Naira is more than just a medium of exchange. It bears the images of our heroes. So, stop abusing the Naira. It is a criminal offense to spray the Naira at events. Stop stepping on the Naira. It's not your enemy. Do not squeeze, ruffle, or write on the Naira. Handling the Naira with dirty or oily hands can deface the Naira. Love the Naira as you love yourself. Be a real Nigerian. Do not abuse the Naira.
I'm glad to know that you're still there with us on Dynamic Diet on the Nigerian Television or Priority Channel, Nta Akure Dynamic Station. And like I told you earlier before we went on that short break, that we will be having our first segment of the Weekly Mirror on Dynamic Diet, and we are already here with our guest this morning. And our guest this morning is the sector commander of the Ondo State sector of the Federal Road Safety Corps, and he is Dr. Samuel Ipitoye. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning, viewers.
Well, let's take it from this way. This week is the Global Road Safety Week, and the theme is focusing on every road, every day, everyone. What is this about?
Yeah, thank you so much. Road safety matter is a global phenomenon, and it has attracted global attention since 2004, when it was observed that death occurring on the road is no more than the most dreaded disease anywhere in the world. And it's worst hit. Africa is worst hit by it. Nigeria is also in the receiving zone out of it, because on daily basis, people are dying on Nigerian roads. On daily basis, people are being injured on Nigerian roads. On daily basis, people are maimed. And the concern is for everyone. And all stakeholders are expected to come aboard to ensure that it is checkmated, it is punctuated, and the ugly trend is brought to a halt. Now, having said that, the United Nations and the World Health Organizations they are concerned about the happenings on the road, and since 2004, they have brought in dedicated a day and a week for road safety to be treated all over the world. The concern is for everyone to key into it, and this year's own is a unique one, because the theme is Streets for Life. Make walking safe and make cycling safe. They are encouraging the people, they are encouraging stakeholders, the signers and government, to ensure that they make walking on the streets very safe, they make cycling very safe. This would no doubt assist road safety, and it will reduce death on our road when the dedicated lane is created for cycling. The dedicated lane is created for walking, and people can also have their health sound, and the climate change matter can also be assisted if such is done. When we look at the statistics all over the world, we observe that as rolled out by the World Health Organization, that 1.2 million people die on the roads every year, and 50 million others are injured on the road. and most hits of the ages are those between the age 9 and age 5 and 29, which are the productive part of the age in any given country. And this calls for concern, and that is why the dedication of a week is done, and we are all out to ensure that we go into advocacy. We create awareness on road safety and make people to know that ownership should be individual. Claim ownership of road safety. Do not say that road safety is something that is only for the Federal Road Safety Corps. No. Every Nigerian, every individual in this country must key into it, because there is no one on earth or no one in Nigeria that will say it has not been affected one way or the other by misdemeanor or the incident that are happening on the road. If you're a trader, you are affected. If you are even a worshipper, you are affected. Students are affected. In fact, that was just about 2 weeks ago. A student a pillion who entered a bike was coming from Futandok Gate down to Oloko there, and I think the student was busy with phone and some other things like that. That was a little problem on the road. The student went off the bike, and a common vehicle, drove off on her, and the lady died immediately. A master's degree student of Federal University of Technology. Very sad one. So students are also affected. Drivers are key. They are the major player in it. The engineers are there. The signers are there. Of roads, of traffic light, of all those things, they are there. They are all concerned. All of us are concerned. The traditional rulers are there. The government, politicians, opinion leaders, they are there. Civil society organizations, they are all involved. All of us are involved. So we are going all around creating awareness to make Nigerians know that the concept and ideal of road safety is not for the FRSC alone. Don't see it as something that is for the people in uniform. We are only enforcing, we are advocating, we are appealing, and we are collaborating to ensure that people admire what they are supposed to do on the road. If you don't overspeed, or if you don't speed excessively, surely if anything happens, you can control your vehicle and can be rescued without any injury or with minor injury. But if you speed excessively, definitely the speed will impact on any incident, and it will definitely affect what you are going to experience at a road user. Then overloading is there. Drunk driving is there. We are appealing to people to please shun all these vices and make our road safe and saner, at least for us to have respite on our roads. And for people to be sure that if they move from one point to the other, they're sure of getting to their homes safely. This is what we are doing, and we are also appealing to government and other stakeholders to please key into the UN theme for this year's week. We should, when we are constructing road, we should take into cognizance the intermodal system, where we have the pedestrian, we have the cyclist, we have the vehicle, we have even the train and the airport, interacting without conflict, doing things without conflict, without problems. This is what we are out to do, so that engineers can easily create a lane for the cyclists, can create a lane for the pedestrians, and can create even lanes for other road users without necessary conflict and causing road traffic crash. The ultimate is that we don't want to see people die on the road. We want to see an environment, a road safety, a road traffic management environment, where when crashes occur, then we are sure of not recording any fatality. That is the goal, Vision Zero.
Okay, so what are the activities that your commander set aside to celebrate this week?
The week is almost rounding off, because we're going to conclude it tomorrow with a Thanksgiving service and advocacy in different worship centers. That of the Muslims was done yesterday at various mosques, happening all over the world, happening all over the country. Tomorrow we're going to use the church platform as well to reach out to people, to see, advocate and talk with the people for them to claim ownership of it, to have it internalized in them, in their subconscious, that do I need to drive against the traffic? It's not necessary. Why not just spend a week, a minute or thereabout, to go and make a turn at the right time, at the right place? Look at what is happening on Oda Road. People they drive against the traffic, with impunity, and we have made a resolution to even have a joint task force among the agency to stop on them, so that we can visit them with the wrath of the law, so that let people know that what they are doing is against the rule, it's against their own humanity, because they are giving their own humanity to punctuation. They want to injure themselves and to affect the government and affect the people. So let them take ownership of it. That's what we are going to use the platform for tomorrow to do. We have gone to different parks to conscientize them on giving them flyers, giving them handbills on road safety matters. We have gone to even schools on youth safety education. We were at Futa Primary Secondary School, to educate the young ones, because we want to pick them from the cradle so that they can know it from the start, and when they grow up, they may not depart from it. So we are also going to even the orphanage to give one or two things to them, to encourage them and do some other things.
Well,
these are more.
I'm sorry for cutting you.
Yes.
Let me come to this point.
Yes.
Because in this part of the world now, there's increase in the number of motorcycles, tricycles that ply the road.
Yeah.
And this is becoming a concern because of their recklessness. What are you doing to ensure that, especially we are in Ondo State, that their activities are controlled?
Yeah, I want to tell you that it is not only peculiar to this part of the world. Motorcycle is used almost everywhere. When you get to China, you see a massive use of motorcycle.
But they
use it with obeying the traffic rules. They use it wearing the safety helmet, so that when there's a crash, they are sure that their score will be protected. But here we started enforcement of safety helmet for over a decade, and yet some people still say that, oh, this thing will create a headache for me, or it's against my religion. I'm a chief. I cannot wear any other box on my head except the traditional cap. And some other people like that. And they have forgotten that when the head gets to the quota, the head breaks and the life is cut short. So on our own, we have been enforcing, we have been going of massive enforcement, and not that alone. In fact, even before commencement, we did go for massive advocacy, different areas. And I want to tell you that even yesterday, we made we agreed among security agencies that we will have to interface with the leadership of motorcycle riders and tricycle riders in Ondo State. Number one, to caution on the use of unregistered motorcycles and tricycles, and to also educate them more on why they're supposed to drive, to observe rules and regulations on the highway, so that their own lives can be saved. Then the life of the pillion can also be saved, and the public presence, I mean the construction made by the government, the facilities made by the government, can also be saved. These are more we are going to do. But the major thing is attitudinal change. Let people change their attitude. Let them know that safety is for them. It is not, they are not obeying the service rules and regulations because of FRSC or because of the police or because of the governor. They are obeying it to sustain their own life, to make their own life longer. That is what we appreciate. Let them own the concept. Let them claim ownership of road safety
IDs.
Okay,
so Commander, the rainy season is setting in right now. So how do you think people should use the road properly, in order not to cause problem on the road?
Yeah, thank you so much. The rainy season is a special season, and it demands special driving skill. And that we are aware of this, and that is why we, at the beginning of every season, every different season, we activate different method advocacy and enforcement, even special intervention enforcement. As the rainy season has set in, we are aware that people will be in need of their wiper very well, their headlamp very well, and they need to also caution them on speeding when there is rain. So we'll be not all out on television, on radio, at different parks, at different fora to educate the people that as the season has come, they should please take precautions. Number one, check the details of, the components of your vehicle that will be needed during driving in the rainy season. That your wiper is very, very significant. You cannot but have a very functional wiper when it's raining or during the rainy season. So what we do is that on our own, we have a program, a scheme that I call Free Safety Check. Free Safety Check is not enforcement, it's an advisory program that we embark upon all over the country. And we do it intermittently within maybe once in a month. We go all out. Nobody books anybody for anything. We only stop you and we tell you, please, sir, can you just put on your wiper? Let us see. There's a checklist that's there, and we're taking them as a checking. Your headlamp, your blinker, your brake, your this, your that, all the components, necessary components of the vehicle will be checked. We're taking the checklist, and at the end of it, we tear it, we remove and give it to the owner. And we still follow up, because we go to collect the phone number of the person that we have had a encounter with. Then we follow it up and call you. Sir, we did stop you at the time. Please, have you fixed all the defects identified in your vehicle? These are the programs we do so that we ensure that people can drive during the rain. Apart from telling them that when it is raining, please do not speed. Bring down your speed. Then when it is stormy, when the rain is stormy and it's so windy, please get a safe place and park your vehicle. Do not park under the electric pole. Do not park under the cable. Do not park under the tree. Do not park where there is in the waterway, so that if there is flood, you will not be swept off the road. Get a safe place, high place, park your vehicle there, and ensure that the rain subsides before you move again. These are more what we do, and enforcement is also part of it. Then we also go into special intervention patrol most times as well to caution people and to bring infractions.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Samuel Bitoye, the sector commander of the FRSC in Ondo State. Time will not permit us to take more questions. Thank you for being our guest today, and I hope that when we invite you next, you oblige our invitation.
Thank you so much.
Well, Dynamic Diet continues shortly with our second segment of the Weekly Mirror on this program, where we're going to talk about the proposed WAEC and NECO CBT examination. And we already have our guest waiting to come in. Don't go away.
Is the Naira, while the minor unit is the kobo. They are both in notes and coins. The Naira is more than just a medium of exchange. It bears the images of our heroes. So, stop abusing the Naira. It is a criminal offense to spray the Naira at events. Stop stepping on the Naira. It's not your enemy. Do not squeeze, ruffle, or write on the Naira. Handling the Naira with dirty or oily hands can deface the Naira. Love the Naira as you love yourself. Be a real Nigerian. Do not abuse the Naira. Our major currency unit is the Naira, while the minor unit is the kobo. They are both in notes and coins. The Naira is more than just a medium of exchange. It bears the images of our heroes. So, stop abusing the Naira. It is a criminal offense to spray the Naira at events. Stop stepping on the Naira. It's not your enemy. Do not squeeze, ruffle, or write on the Naira. Handling the Naira with dirty or oily hands can deface the Naira. Love the Naira as you love yourself. Be a real Nigerian. Do not abuse the Naira.
NTA Television College JOS, you will dive into exhilarating hands that will fuel your passion in education and propel your career to new heights. We don't just teach, we craft the next generation of media leaders. Explore our diverse offering, understanding the personnel matters and issues in the public service, basic development communication, financial reporting under IPSAS and interpretation of public sector accounting standard IPSAS, audit, internal check and control management, video camera maintenance, new technologies, optics, fiber, IP technologies, automation, storage management, and wireless technology. Challenges and opportunities in the secretarial profession in the digital age. Digital marketing, basic drama, online reporting, understanding the provisions of the revised public service, audio engineering operations and maintenance, camera operations, and intermediate drama. Mark your calendar. The second quarter of 2025 is your launch pad. This is your moment to seize the future. Announcer Management.
All right, the program is still Dynamic Diet in case you're just joining us, and we are happy to have in the house today to discuss about the NECO WAEC CBT exam in prospect. So how achievable is this? In the house with us, we have Pastor Kehinde Odudu. It's good to have you here, sir.
Thank you, ma. God bless you.
All right, sir. So what is your assessment about this using CBT to write NECO and WAEC?
Well, when we talk of text and assessment, you will discover that it has to deal with the cognitive domain, the affective, and the psychomotor. And in the past, WAEC and NECO had been all-inclusive of all these three domains of learning, including the practicals and then the theory. And then when you look at tests and measurements, it is a holistic view, not just limited to multiple choice or filling the gap, which are used in overseas. So when you look at this proposal, you will discover that it's as if we are being taken back. We cannot cover the total objective or the purpose of a test or evaluations. It's going to be, I don't say it working really, because we are not yet there. It's going to be a total failure, I can assure you. We are not yet there.
Let me take you mentioned that it is being practiced in developed countries to use multiple choice. And is it not going to take us towards the global trend, that is to measure up with other advanced countries?
We don't have the technological infrastructures to deal with that. Like connectivity, one of the CBT problems or issue is connectivity, internet access. And then we call it technical. That is, it consists of the system itself, that is the computer. How many schools are having computer? Even in the towns. Take for instance, in my school, the computers we are having are less than 20 to take care of 300 students. So when they are doing coding and robotic, what they do is they do group something for maybe 10. You see situation where 5 or 10 people will be on a system. It's not going to work because in this part of the world, we are totally backward when it comes to technological development. So overseas, they have internet 24/7. But here, some villages and cities, even in the cities, there are some places the network were not covered. Even the network providers are not, they knew it. I don't think it's bringing us, it's not going to be uniform. That's just what I want to say about that.
Well, looking at the JAMB exam that just rounded up and the outcome of the results, do you think NECO and WAEC is heading towards that path?
Yes, they are heading towards that path, surely. In fact, it's only that this year is pronounced when it comes to CBT, I mean the JAMB, UTME. 3 years ago, I could still remember that the device they brought did not comply with the new setting. And so those ones that were to be the first to undertake that exam, 6 a.m., they could not do that exam. They have to
updated.
Yes, it was not updated. They came to do it, but it did not work out. So they have to delay the thing. So JAMB, NECO and WAEC are going to even see worst because
of the population.
Because of the population, because of the coverage. In Ondo State, we have over 300 public schools, secondary school, not to talk of private school. In the state alone, more than well over 200 or close to that will be writing WAEC and NECO.
200,000.
In my school alone, we had 252. Some school, we have 500, 600 in a center. How possible, how visible will it be?
Well,
now considering now it is the whole country.
The exam is fast approaching. So to make it a huge success with this CBT, have there been any town hall meeting between Ministry of Education, the schools, WAEC or NECO in order to rub minds together?
We've never been invited. I mean, it's just a mouth talk. It's just a mouth talk. Because when you look at it, there's nothing on ground. Okay, now 2026 is just here. The students that are going to write the exam, how many of them can even open system? How many of them can log into computer? Are you getting me? I mean, grade 1 school is only some few, it's only about 6 or 7 years ago they introduced computer. So, not to talk of the villages. In fact, there are some schools, I want to tell you, in some location where in my village, there is no single computer. Not even, they are still using this typewriter, this analog typewriter that they will press and push. There's nothing like that. It's not going to work.
So let me also take this, because in Nigeria we have a system. When policies will be implemented, then you begin to hear children or the students bringing in laptop, bringing computer by go and bring your laptop so that we can do it. What is the body is going to be like on parents? Some parents that are even still owing a whole lot of almost a session school fees.
Maybe this could be possible, telling students to bring in their laptop.
The cost, the cost of laptop, the least laptop is not less than 150, 180. We all know the cost. Is it in students that are in public school that their whole total school fees for the whole year is 15,000, 20,000, and they cannot opt in now? There are some students who have not paid for the session. We are now in third term. They have not paid joint exam and Becker. We notice that majority not fees. You now tell them their parents to buy laptop. They have bought laptop.
No, but I'm sorry, because you're talking about preparation. But I think we still have time now to prepare, especially for 2026. Because these children will be writing their joint exam in a state like Ondo State, where we have joint examination at SS2. Yeah. So can't we just try with that? Do a kind of experiment with that joint exam for promotion into SS3. So that with that, we can now have a feedback on what it's going to be like when the real exam comes.
Huh? Yes, it's possible, but one of these problem of CBT is cost effective. It's very, very costly, very, very costly to implement. And so to bring that in, I don't think, because the facilities are not available. If you are talking of joint exams, in my present school, we are about 430 or 450 students that are going to write joint exams. So that means we will need 450 laptops or computers.
Or
desktops to do. And may I just say this? The problems of CBT are multifaceted. When is it cheating we are going to talk? It's easy for students to cheat. You know what we call screen sharing. These children are most advanced when it comes to fraud. They will share their screen, and then some will log in with another person's name, and he will do 2 or 3. So I guess the examination body should look into all this stuff, and because paper and pencil still minimize these problems.
But I'm sorry, but one of the arguments of the Minister of Education, who at least is spearheading this, is that the pen and paper has given room for kind of malpractices, where you and I know, we cannot deny.
Yeah.
There are some schools where even schools organize how to even help those children.
Miracle
And
centers.
the miracle centers where they even bring questions for them, but that in CBT it will be minimized because you have at least personalized questions and the rest, which will reduce it. Don't you think that this will be a part of the benefit of going CBT?
Well, it is true, but is somebody behind somebody is the one behind we call it manipulating. Do you know that they manipulate this course? When schools were doing a post-UTME, did you know webmasters were manipulating scores for students?
So it's beyond.
The problem is beyond that. If the paper and pencil, there is nothing wrong. If the corruption issue is addressed, that problem that we see with paper and pencil is the same problem that you, before you know it, you see all manners of errors and troubles. I mean, as a result of corruption. Are you getting me, sir? Though it is possible, we say, because it's immediate feedback, it gets, the result is very, it avoids human errors of biasedness in marking of scripts and all this stuff. But before you know it, there will be another way that is even worse, the way of cheating that is worse than this paper and pencil will come up. It's just a matter of time.
So now
I would say there is no benefit in the CBT at all.
There
What
is
to you, okay,
the
in the long run, what will be the benefit?
The benefits, yeah, there is benefit actually, because the human biasedness will be, avoided, will be, taken care of, and then the delay in processing results will be out of the way, because in CBT within 72 hours you can get the results out. Yes, there are benefits, but we are not yet there.
preparedness.
We are not yet there. If we just want to make mockery of ourselves, if the ministers that said yes, they want us to become integrated to the global village, but the truth of the matter, these people are not in the grassroots. They don't really know what is happening in the towns, in the villages. That's just one of the problems. So,
in case their plan comes to manifestation, as an educationist, is there a way that the people in your school have started coming together to try to, in order for you not to be backward when they implement this?
Yes, we've been working towards that.
Okay.
We've been working towards that to ensure that children, we've been enlightening them. Please get enrolled, get used to this use of computers and all this stuff. We've given them information ahead of time. Should in case they want to go ahead,
yes,
we are ready.
Well, let me ask now, as an educator, as somebody that has been in the system, where I don't want us to just be too optimistic. What are the things you would suggest should be done to make this work?
Thank you.
For maybe the parents, the students,
I
and
wish
the school, the government,
to the
everybody.
examination body, let it be a hybrid-based test first. That is computer-based as well as the practical.
Okay.
2, if they can't make the practical, let there be virtual practical. That is virtual lab, and then because it's not assessment. The students cannot be measured by exam. There could be.
Sorry for cutting you short. When you say visual lab, is it like a projector?
Yes.
In the hall.
Yes.
So I've written an exam like that before.
in the hall.
Okay.
So that the examination body can monitor and see. So it's still practical. they see the student doing something
Yes.
with themselves. So to make it, is either they make it hybrid based, computer based and practical, is that okay? Or virtual, where they allow the student to do some and then practicals and practice and they can assess them. Or the other things they can do is to gradually move, not once. Maybe they can start with 2, 3, 4 subjects
Okay.
and see it, not base everything on because the glitches, the computer can malfunction in the process and shut down. Are you getting me? And then it can develop there's malware, something can get cyber attack, and the children will be confused. Such children will be confused. So for now, I will advise that let the multiple choice be with
Computer
based.
The one the normal we call objectives.
Yes.
Let it be computer based.
Computer based.
And the theory
and the practical still remain. We gradually move and see it. Because if you want to move in like this, it's not going to work.
All right, thank you so much for being with us in the studio, and we've been able to, discuss about the CBT in prospects for writing NECO and WAEC examination. And our guest has been an educationist, Pastor Kehinde Odudu. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, moderator.
All right, the program continues shortly with our entertainment segment. You get to see the highlights of our AMVCA that went down during the week. Enjoy.